Why is there so much foam? Wait, I just removed it and it actually worked. I actually poached an egg in Mountain Dew.
Have you ever wanted to eat nothing but Mountain Dew? Me neither, but that's exactly what I'm gonna be doing for the next few days. This is the Mountain Dew cookbook. It's full of 96 recipes that all have Mountain Dew in them, and I'm gonna be making only food from this cookbook. I hope I don't die. It is far too early for Mountain Dew. And yet, this is my life now. My first meal of the day is gonna be Mountain Dew pancakes. They're pancakes, but green. So for the pancakes themselves, all you need to do is mix Mountain Dew with a complete buttermilk pancakes mix. So that's pretty simple. And as with any pancakes, you heat them on a skillet, flip them over after they bubble, and enjoy. Now those are some pancakes right there. The real atrocity here is the syrup, which is made with caro oil, sugar, and Mountain Dew. I'm from Vermont. I have 7 bottles of real Vermont maple syrup currently. I feel like this is a personal affront to me. But you know what? The cookbook told me to do it. That's some breakfast right there. Some people wake up in the morning with coffee. I wake up with Mountain Dew pancakes. That syrup is very sweet. It tastes like honey, and I think I like it better than fake maple syrup because it's not trying to pretend to be maple syrup, it's its own thing. The pancakes actually are pretty fluffy, they're nice, they're airy. These are so green. I'm gonna go get dressed, get ready for work, do a bit of work, and I will see you at lunchtime. After breakfast, I was feeling very highly caffeinated and there was a lot of sugar. Let me just say that. But now it's lunchtime, I'm getting a bit hungry again. I'm ready to inject some more caffeine and sugar into my veins. I'm going to be making grilled cheese sandwiches, and these are pretty simple. All I'm gonna be doing is reducing some Mountain Dew, mixing that with some cheddar cheese and some cream cheese, and then spreading that on some white bread and toasting that bread. Let's do this. I've completely just made like a greenish brown sludge, and it's so disgusting looking. I am afraid of this. It just feels way too thin to spread right now. This looks like some witch is brewing a cauldron of evil potion. I'm gonna try a little bite of this cheese and see what it tastes like. Oh, that's really bad. I think I need to try again with a little bit less Mountain Dew. And honestly, a little less cream cheese too. Attempt number 2, a little less Mountain Dew. I know I'm modifying the recipe from something that was in the cookbook, but I want to survive this challenge and I want to enjoy myself. So I think that this will be a slightly better version of the grilled cheese that is in the Mountain Dew cookbook. This is so much more promising. It's just not a liquid anymore. So I think I will be able to actually spread this on the bread and then toast the bread up and make a pretty decent grilled cheese sandwich. Look at those bad boys. Those look like good grilled cheese sandwiches if the cheese was green normally. Oh my God. All right. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm glad I made the adjustments that I did. It was definitely a little too sweet before. You don't have to follow a recipe exactly. It's just a starting off point. It looks like Shrek's I'm so sorry. It was a good lunch, but that was a lot of cheese. So it's about dinner time on my first day of eating do-do-do. I'm very hungry. It's pretty late in the evening actually now. Tonight I'm gonna be making some chicken. I have to marinate the chicken in this Mountain Dew marinade, leave it in the marinade for an hour, and then pan fry it. I'm also gonna make a sauce that's just sour cream, chives, and a little bit of hot sauce. Looks pretty good. The flavor of that marinade is very prominent. It's very limey and lemony. Let's try it with this sauce. Oh boy, you can really taste the Mountain Dew. I think the marinade needed a bit of oil and then maybe a little bit less citrus. I shouldn't be eating this late. I'm gonna be awake all night. I'm gonna be wired on caffeinated chicken. I'll call day 1 a success. The only thing that made me feel gross was the pancakes. Those hit me pretty hard. I'm feeling good.
Good morning from day 2, Dakota. Ready to eat some Mountain Dew food. I woke up this morning and I was like, I want a bagel. And then I was like, nope, you're having green eggs and ham. So this morning I'm gonna be starting the day with green eggs and ham. It's just poached eggs, but instead of poaching it in water, You poached it in Mountain Dew. I don't think Gordon Ramsay would approve, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh my god. Do you see all the foam on this? This is disgusting. This is not how you're supposed to poach an egg. Why is there so much foam? Wait, I just removed it and it actually worked. Oh my god, I can't believe it actually worked. I actually poached an egg in Mountain Dew. Let's put it on some ham and toast and try it out.
Okay, this egg poached weirdly well in Mountain Dew. Maybe Mountain Dew is better than water for poaching eggs. Yeah, it's just like a little bit sweeter than normal poached eggs. If you like poached eggs, you're gonna like this. A little bit of Canadian bacon and some toast, delicious. I'm a little bummed they didn't include a Mountain Dew hollandaise sauce recipe. This will have to do. The more I ate of that, the better I liked it. That was a good start to Tuesday, or Doosday as we call it here. I'm looking forward to the other meals I have to make today. The big thing is, I'm out of Mountain Dew. I gotta go get more. Another box of these.
For lunch today, I'm actually not feeling super hungry, so I'm gonna make some mozzarella bites. These look very tasty and very red. And they're actually coated in Flamin Hot Cheetos. I hope these are good, because they look good. Boy, oh boy, I'm the picture of health. You make these by melting some mozzarella, some cream cheese, and some Mountain Dew. Freezing that up a little bit. And then coating it in Flaming Hot Cheetos and deep frying them.
These are so bright. The colors on these feel radioactive. I feel like I might get a superpower eating these or die. Those are the only two options. I feel like this belongs on Nickelodeon in the 90s. All right, let's try this. The cheese is kind of sweet, and the flamin' hotness of the Flamin' Hot Cheetos is no longer flamin' hot. I don't dislike them, but I don't like them. As with the grilled cheese, it would have been way better had they just foregone the cream cheese filling. Just do the mozzarella. The cream cheese, I feel like, is taking away from this. I wish that there was some sort of sauce with these. Maybe like marinara sauce, I feel like would go really well with these. Oh, I can't eat much more of those. My stomach feels something. I think I might have to Mountain Doo-doo. So sorry for using those words. I need some greens, and not green as in Mountain Dew.
It's been a couple hours since I ate those mozzarella bites, and I do not feel great.
So I came here to the grocery store with the intention of buying tomatillos to make salsa verde, but the grocery store doesn't have any tomatillos, and it's the only grocery store that's open right now because it's kind of late in the evening. But I also really am not hungry. Those mozzarella bites kind of made me feel sick, and so my stomach's kind of feeling and I might just not eat dinner tonight. Probably not the best decision, but it's kind of what I'm feeling right now.
Do you ever wake up and dread getting out of bed because you know the first thing you have to eat is jalapeno poppers wrapped in bacon and filled with Mountain Dew? Me too. For some reason, I am super tired today, like way more tired than I ever normally am. And I'm wondering to myself, like, is it because I've had so much sugar? Like, is that making me tired? This morning I've decided to forgo breakfast like I usually would because I usually kind of feel a little sick if I eat breakfast in the morning. And I'm going to, in a little while, start making myself some lunch, which is gonna be some jalapeno poppers. The first thing you gotta do is marinate the jalapenos in Mountain Dew. So I'm gonna start by taking out the seeds and marinating them for an hour. Then I'm gonna make the cream cheese filling, and then I'm gonna make the dip, which is like sour cream, mayonnaise, Mountain Dew, and a couple other spices. These aren't the prettiest things in the world. In fact, they're pretty gross looking. All the ingredients seem like they should make something tasty, so I'm actually pretty excited to eat these. Okay, these have kind of exploded inside of the toaster oven, and the bacon isn't crisping yet. I'm gonna put them on the stovetop to just kind of crisp the bacon up a little bit before I eat them.
So these are very messy. I don't really know how to go about eating them. This one looks like the most intact. I'm just gonna go for it. Oh, that's good. This is the best thing I've had so far. The saltiness of the bacon combined with like a little bit of the sweetness from the cream cheese filling and then the jalapeno spice is like perfect. This is a really good flavor combo. Now I want to try it in this dip, which is really liquidy. Okay. That dip's good. I mean, it's not healthy. Can I just end on these? Because this is a high note.
It is not warm in here, but I'm sweating right now. I think I have like meat sweats from that bacon. I don't know. I shouldn't have eaten all of it. That was a bad idea. Do you ever just feel like you can't do anything because all you've eaten for the last 2.5 days has been Mountain Dew food? This is not a diet I recommend for anyone. Don't do this to yourselves. Dinner's in a couple hours, and tonight I'm making steak, but that means I have to get started now, because the only Mountain Dew part of the steak is actually the sauce that goes on it, and you gotta let that sit for a while. It is steak time. Hopefully the steak goes better than my toaster steak. The recipe calls for a grilled steak, but I live in a New York City apartment and do not have outdoor space, so I don't have a grill. So I'm going to be making this on a nice cast iron skillet. Should work just fine. First I've got to rub the steak in the dry rub and then put it on the skillet and hope they turn out well.
Let them eat steak. I think that's what Marie Antoinette said, right? This looks incredible. Look at that juicy red. Oh, that's really good. So I coated the steak in the dry rub. Dry rubs definitely work better on a grill than in a cast iron skillet, but it worked. The flavor definitely did get into the steak itself. But you know what the dry rub doesn't have in it? Mountain Dew. That's where this steak sauce comes in. There we go. I think the sauce is a little too heavy on the oil. I would probably cut the oil content in half. This is a good steak. I'm really happy with this. I'm probably gonna die of meat sweats. One thing about this cookbook is every single entree except for the grilled cheese is a meat entree. I don't eat very much meat, so this has been a pretty drastic change, and I think that might be part of why I'm feeling kind of iffy after eating everything.
My hands are a bit shaky right now. You can tell in the camera. I really need some nutrients. I don't think I can do this for much longer. If I don't eat something that doesn't have Mountain Dew in it, I probably am not gonna be feeling great. I'm about to go outside for a walk because I feel like my heart's about to stop. I don't feel good. I feel sweaty right now. So it's been a couple hours since dinner, and I was thinking to myself, man, I really want something sweet, as if like 80 things of Mountain Dew isn't enough sweetness. So I've decided I'm gonna make some cupcakes. And there's a recipe for Mountain Dew cupcakes in the book, and it's super simple. It takes like 20 minutes. All you do is take a cupcake mix and mix it with Mountain Dew. What could be easier? Okay, let's take these out. It's not the prettiest looking cupcake in the world. It's small, it doesn't rise very much. The Mountain Dew flavor is really subtle. There's like a tingly flavor. That's the weirdest way to describe it, but that's kind of how it feels. I have a couple more pimples on my face than I normally do. I feel like eating this much sugar is not good for my skin. So now that I've shaved, you can actually see a bit better. I'm gonna be honest, I looked through that cookbook and just looking at all of the possibilities for what I could eat for lunch today made me feel kind of gross. I know it's not super obvious, but the prospect of eating caffeine for literally every meal from someone who doesn't even drink coffee is having a toll on how I feel, on my energy. I don't feel like I get anything done. I know everyone's gonna be real disappointed in me in the comments, but I think I need to stop doing this. All the recipes are like meat and caffeine, and this is not something that's sustainable. Instead of eating a Mountain Dew meal today for lunch, at least it's green.